Yeah.
I think that's kind of everything I was going to ask you guys. Anything you can think of coming up that we should pop out there?
I think we talked about everything.
And
You know our plans.
New album, another one will happen. More tours.
So you're committed to this long distance relationship?
Oh, it's working. You know, because
awesome.
I get to do my other stuff, and I don't feel like I need to be away from it anymore.
And everybody's in a position where flexible scheduling and
and you know the biggest thing is
key.
Seeing the love from the fans when you know how they feel and they're glad we're all together, and you know it's like anybody, you want to see their classic lineups, you want to see it happen, and just like us. So and it's working, like Alex said. It's just we know his schedule, we talk about it, we plan it, and just fill it. You know.
There's going to be these occasional shows once in a while where I can't be there, but that's going to be rare.
And obviously everybody seems really easy to work with in terms of that. If you can't go, you don't care if somebody sits in and somebody's available. And
absolutely. You know, because I come from this whole other world. I've spent like a dozen years in New York, you know, doing sessions and touring where people do the same gigs, they sub for each other, you know, and it's normal. Sometimes, you know, with rock bands, there's this sense, you know, it's just all about the band, you know, it's, you know, all band all the time with your band, and you know, and obviously, you know, this is my main band, and you know, I'm the main guitarist for this band, but that doesn't mean we can't, you know, make exceptions just to make it work.
And tonight, playing the part of Alex will be whoever.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the New Zealand thing, that was something that we booked a year ago. It just so happened to, you know, get booked so far in advance that it was something that slipped through Alex's schedule, and we decided we don't want to be quitters and back out, because we've done that in the past and just don't want to have a name for a band that cancels. Right. You know, so like let's just do it, because there was a show actually in Germany that a mistake was made, and we booked, and we decided not to play with Alex. Eric just did everything. And we chose a set that Eric did play most of the solos on. So, you know, there would be a few of those, but we're not trying to intentionally book that. So, you know.
And other than the scheduling thing, I just think it's gotten so much better in a lot of ways, because I used to feel like you couldn't be heard. Like the part of it was technical. Because you know, the equipment we were playing on the first few years was designed for groups like Foghat. You know what I mean? Like we were blowing up PA systems. I was blowing up amplifiers. The equipment was not designed to handle this kind of music. Now it is, and now you can hear it. It's just the shows sound better. The band sounds better. It's just a better situation. All the way around. We had a question in an interview yesterday about producers, and like you know we have this producer Andy Sneap. He's like, you know, he's a metal producer. He's a really good producer. There weren't really metal producers back then. Right. I mean, even like the first few Metallica records, they switched people, and we had trouble finding the right person to, you know what I mean? So I think because the music was so new back then, there was a lot of experimenting. I just think now it's in a much more solid place, and that's helping us. That's helping us do what we're doing now, and partly why it's going so well.
Oh, and what's new music, new projects are you guys liking so far lately?
Other bands?
Yeah.
I like.
I always like to hear what bands are listening to.
I like the band Meshuggah. I think they're interesting. And there's a new band called Dillinger Escape Plan. It's actually been around for about 10 years, but they're really starting to.
They toured together at one point.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, I like these weird, kind of odd metal bands. And then there's another one called E Stratosphere from Seattle. That's an instrumental band.
For me, it's this new band from Australia, Airborne.
Oh yeah.
I love them. I think they're just. We played some shows with them in Helsinki, and it's just awesome.
Those guys
they were so raw.
Great band.
They drink.
So raw. The sound was just. Yeah, they drink a lot, but
it
was so raw. Just it was like, man. Total young kids just blasting out like AC/DC, man. I loved it. That's probably one of my newest favorites right now.
See, I would not have picked that. I mean, I wouldn't have pegged you guys as being Airborne and Meshuggah.
Surprise.
Awesome. Say hi to Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hello.
So you guys want to get back to being at home now?
It'd be a nice break. We worked hard because every day off on this tour, we filled it with a headlining show. So we didn't take a break. We just kept playing right through.
You're like the hardest working band in metal right now.
Yeah, and I'm not taking
It was. I mean, we were like, okay, we're all the way on this side of the country. Let's keep playing, you know.
Yeah.
We need to get out there.
This is just
Sleep
the
when
time.
you're dead.
Time
Yeah.
to just push on through and tour.
You know, fortunately, like for me, the vocalist, my whole thing is, am I going to make it? I'm committing to it, but am I going to make it? And just, you know, I got right through it, man. There's no
Do you have a
problem.
couple days where you got to take it easy during the day?
No.
No?
No. I've been just
Strong like
staying focused and warming up for hours and, you know, and getting through it.
It's also short sets.
Yeah,
Which helps.
yeah. That definitely helps, yeah.
107.7 The Bone.
Streaming online at 1077thebone.com.